Okay, what's up, guys? So epic title for this live stream here, guys. First off, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ for this opportunity, guys, to just be here on YouTube, guys. Um, you know, One thing I've realized lately, guys, that is very important to um, it's very important to just really be preaching the right things here on YouTube, guys. And as a teacher, or just as a person representing Jesus Christ, it's so important to be authentic and just be real with you guys, and to really be serious about God, serious about following Jesus. And so that's one thing I've tried to do, guys. And so you know on this channel, guys, this is kind of a vlog channel, guys. Now, I do have a few other YouTube channels. Now, I don't always post that often. I have them kind of reserved just in case God blesses this ministry, guys, and grows this ministry. And, I can get more people on the team to be able to really expand. But I do have other YouTube channels, but on this channel, guys, I kind of have this one as the everything kind of channel about Jesus. So sometimes you'll see videos that are on the other channels that I post on this channel. Um, Sometimes you will see just me talking about my personal life, guys. Talking about my challenges and struggles. But mainly, guys, I'm trying to just convey to you the things that I'm finding in the Word of God, guys, and just conveying to you the things that I'm finding in my walk with Jesus. And so, over the past, couple weeks, guys, I've been dealing with different challenges, guys. Now I have a resource, guys. This is Why Did This Happen to Me? By Bob Yandian, guys. He's kind of there's a lot of great pastors and teachers out there, but I like his message because I think he is really a grace preacher, guys. It's good to have a lot of different types of pastors and ministers, guys. But if you are in a period of grace, guys, I highly recommend Pastor Bob Yandian and checking out his channel. In particular, if you're going through some challenges right now, guys, they say the Christian life has some highs and lows, guys, and I've been learning that, guys. I'm still young, but I want to definitely continue walking with Jesus. And so some of these challenges that you may be faced with, um, you might want to learn about how you can get help through Pastor Bob's ministry. So, on this channel, like lately, guys, you may have seen me share some personal things. And so I don't know if I will keep those kind of up on the channel, guys. I think a lot of my family would recommend that I don't necessarily keep those up. But nevertheless, guys, sometimes you will hear me share, some kind of personal things because until we get in person, guys, whether that be here or in heaven, because my website is down right now, guys, and I'm gonna talk about how you can help out this ministry later. But I do have plans to even open a cafe and really get to a place where you can really congregate in person, guys, because I do feel like even though I have this online ministry, guys, I do feel like there is God, we're not going to be like I've heard Pastor Bob say, we're not going to be just watching church in heaven from our flat screens all the times in our room. Now I'm sure there's probably something where you have something in your room, right? On a real, but on a serious note, there is an in-person experience of community when you come together in person. So that's what my goal is, guys. Now, because we don't know the future, guys, God willing, maybe there will be a rapture, this tonight, or next week, or soon. And if there is, that would be great, guys. I look forward to going in the rapture, guys. I'm working hard, guys, fighting the good fight, at least in my opinion, guys, of trying to be counted worthy to escape all that will happen and stand before the Son of Man. But you know, if the rapture doesn't happen right away, even though it can, we should always be living ready. I do want to have plans to, really get in person, and one of those ways is a cafe. I've always been interested in retail and in business, guys. Even though I would say I'm not very good at business yet, I'm still learning, guys. I'm still a student. But hopefully, as I get better, I do feel like one of the kind of God-given, interests I think God has placed in my heart is business, guys. I've had an interest in business, but then, I found the Bible, guys, and I started following after Jesus. And so I got interested in ministry. And so, there's been days I'm doing, good, or, other days I'm not doing so well in my walk with Christ, as you guys may be aware in your own walk. And so, anyway, if one of the things, I said all that, and now it leads me to kind of the main topic of this YouTube video, is one of the things that you would see on my website. And I do have the website still up for Bunker, I believe. But one of the things, the ventures that YE, Yahweh Everywhere, the company that I founded, is wanting to do is survive World War III and make it accessible to anyone that is and everyone that is interested, and make it affordable, where everyday people and even people with little to no money can still, be a part of it by obviously the donations of others or the support of others, but making a bomb shelter, basically, a way to survive World War III. Now, guys, if you're any part interested in any of that, that is part of my business and ministry. Now, that's just one side of it. That's just tonight's video, guys. I have, if you're interested in the other ventures of YE, guys, you can scroll down a little bit. Maybe I can categorize some of it into a playlist, guys, but I don't think it's in a playlist right now. But if you're interested, I have videos on Eden Cafe, on some of the other ventures that this ministry wants to get into. And so, Bunker basically is, when I started to, it really sparked my interest when I heard Britt Gillette. Guys, Britt Gillette, he's great YouTube, he's a YouTube guy just like me, guys. He has a kind of a, I've heard him in his videos say that he has a main job that he does. He's not a full-time like pastor or anything as far as pastoring over a church, but he does have a YouTube ministry. And so in one of his videos, Britt Gillette, look him up on YouTube, guys, he talked about how the Bible does not necessarily say, even though you may believe in a pre-trib rapture, guys, where Jesus protects his church in a pre-tribulation rapture. He said in this video that the Bible does not necessarily say that we will not experience tribulation, as far as not the great tribulation, guys. Now, on this video, I personally believe that Jesus will rapture the church before the great tribulation. But in light of the chaos in the world, guys, and guys, again, this week I'm kind of dealing with more pain than usual. So, you may see me kind of laying down. It's because, I'm kind of recovering from a super long walk that I did. I did about, I would say, I got to map it out, but maybe it was like 15, 20 miles of walking one night, like all through the night, just to get home. And so I'm recovering from that, guys. But anyway, because the world is so chaotic, guys, because, there seems to be very little stability in different parts of the world, guys. I feel like we can take some action, take action in, how we look at the future and what we should be doing as a church. And so, there's, I've done signs of the times before, guys. And so even if you hold the position that, the church is not going to go through the tribulation, guys, one of the things that Britt Gillette was saying was that the Bible says that, Jesus himself says, in this world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world. And so, or be of good cheer. And so, because this world has tribulation, if you look at what history has really done to both just, before and after Christ, there have been some very terrible times happening in our world, guys. And so, from that standpoint, I think we can do something collectively, guys. In the process of not knowing what lies ahead, the Bible says we never know fully all of the works of God, guys. And I just feel like, it would be kind of a smart thing to do, advantageous for us to build a bunker, guys, to build a community bunker, and to build a community kind of famine, war, kind of not just a bunker, guys, a place. And I have, pictures on this because it's a live stream, guys. I don't have this ability to kind of like post pictures as I'm talking, guys, right now. I know like some software guys, they're really good at doing live streams and you're able to put slides up and stuff like that. Well, I'm just coming to you on YouTube and they don't have that function yet on YouTube to be able to do that. But I think, I know it can sound crazy, guys, and it can sound crazy to someone that's new, of like, oh, should we be preparing for war? There are a lot of Christians that, I do feel like we can have that trust in God where, hey, we don't have a care in the world, like let's just wake up and kind of just, God will take care of us. But I do think that is true. At the same time, we could be using our time wisely and preparing, guys. Now, there's a lot of examples in the scriptures talking about preparing. First two that come to mind are Joseph. When Pharaoh had this dream and he called up Joseph to see what it meant, Joseph prepared a plan in order to, from God's dream and from God's message in his heart. Joseph, through God's direction, made preparations in order to survive the famine. And so who's to say that we cannot necessarily do the same things in regards to World War III, guys, the possibility of World War III. Now, I'm not saying that World War III has started, guys. The possibility of nuclear war. What are you going to do if God lets, those things happen in your area of life, guys? Now, you could be watching this, I think pretty much from anywhere in the world on YouTube. I know there's certain places that, they may block certain videos or something, or they may not have internet access, guys. There's some strange things going on in the world, guys. But anyway, for the most part, I don't know where you're watching this from, but guys, I consistently in the news see the deterioration of our society. And I just think one part out of, going to work, out of, having a family, out of some of your life pursuits and your life goals, going to school and all that. I do think that we can take out some time in our day, guys. We still have to evangelize for Jesus, guys. I have my personal goals, but I do think if we collectively come together and, start preparing for some of these chaotic times, guys, it would do us good. And so one of the things that I think that we can do is, have a community place where we can, be able to establish for however many people that are interested in this. I don't know if it will be 50 people, if it will be 100 people. And really, like the only other way, if somehow, guys, a whole bunch of churches across America wanted to do this, obviously we would have to, help them do that in their area. But I'm open to, really talking about what area to do this. But for me, I live in Washington State, guys, in the United States of America. And I do feel like America is one of the best places to do this at. You know, I know there might be some safe places as far as, when you talk about World War, there could be some other countries that could be better suited for survival. You got to do your research on this, guys. But um, for us in America, and I guess if you're in another country, you could totally be a part of this too. And, I guess fly over here, when the time comes when you need to. But other than that, especially for those that are in America, I do think that this should be something that we should be doing. But this is not something new, guys. Like I'm not saying something that is even really bizarre to everyone. You know, um, there are people doing this, guys, and a lot of billionaires, guys, are actually doing this. I don't know if you've seen any reports, guys, but a lot of billionaires are preparing for like major world war. They're storing up supplies, storing up food and water, but also having fortified bunkers, fortified rooms, fortified houses to withstand some of the, blast that comes from bombs, or to withstand famine. You have stored up food, guys. I think if we have the opportunity to do this, I think we should do this, guys. And I want to be someone that helps us, do this, guys. Now I have a, ability to build a team behind this, guys. But I really am asking for the financial help, you know especially for someone that sees in this. And I really want to keep this more of a Christian thing, guys. Church. But obviously, um, we can talk about accepting, especially when you make this sort of a business type of thing, um, you know, accepting other people as well. But when you talk about surviving the tribulation, guys, that's a different thing. We would have to look into that. There's some people, guys, within the church that do believe that the church goes through the tribulation and the rapture's at the end of the tribulation. Um, and I see pastor like Doug Batchelor, guys. He is preparing, like he is building a house all the way in the mountains, guys. You can go to his YouTube channel. It shows that he's building a off-grid house, and for shelter for him and his family. And so that's what I'm asking for you guys is, guys, let's build a house, let's build a place of congregation, and let's build a bunker. And I need your financial support, guys, for this. And so, hey, how you can get a hold of me um, is my email, guys. My email, um, if you want to get a hold of me, is YETHEWASH@gmail.com. Or you can leave a comment in this video. But also, if you go to my website, hopefully I'll have that up soon, guys. Um, and when I get my website up, there's contact information there. But guys, I would need your financial support to do this. And it's a big task, guys. But if there's anyone out there that really sees the potential in, a community space, instead of just you by yourself, guys, a community space of Christians that we can be prepared for tough times ahead, building a house and a bunker and a storage supply room and everything for what we would need, guys. If you want to be a part of that, get a hold of me. But also, we can talk about how, if you have the finances and you want to be a part of this, guys, look at different places in the world where they are breaking down because they had no plan. Guys, if you have the ability to or know someone, share this video with them, guys. But this is something that I'm interested in. So I will put a link in this video to the website that explains more about what I'm talking about, guys. Now, if you don't see the link, somehow the website is down, guys. Now, my main website, WASHYE.com, the reason I didn't give it to you right now, I guess, earlier to contact me, was just because I need to get that back up. But there's another website that I'm talking about. It's called I think it's bunker.squarespace.com, but I will link that one also. It should be up in the description of this video. You can get more information, guys. But if for some reason you don't see it, it's maybe because there's a problem with the website. So contact me through my email and we can talk more about how we can make this happen, guys. So God bless you. Thanks so much, guys. I'm 100% serious about this, guys. And I think that if you look around in the world, we should be doing at least something, even though you can have your faith and trust in God that He, has our back, guys. But still, I do think the Bible does talk about making preparations. So God bless you guys. Talk to you later. See ya.